That's kind of the whole point of having that network out there, so if you can find somebody in a company you're targeting, you know,
Yeah.
ask for the introduction.
Yeah, and when you use some of the new job search tools we're gonna talk about, you can get right to those
Mhm.
connections now, see where they are, and then, I guess, send the request for introduction.
Mhm.
So now it's time to send your invitations. And you can send up to 500 at a time, 500 invitations. And what I would recommend, like with any other business, is start with the people that you know. Start asking them to accept. So to start off, there's a link up here in this area that's green, and it says Add Connections. So you click on that. So this is, again, this is the home page. And then you have to type in an email and click on Continue. Hang on a second, where are we in this thing? I'm a little lost. Oh, okay. So type in an email address, click Continue, and then you can invite the person who owns that email address. The other way you can do it, which is really the easy way, that works out, for me, worked out really well, it'll pull your contacts from Hotmail, Yahoo, Gmail, AOL, any of these services where you have your contacts out in cyberspace. It'll pull them into LinkedIn, and it will allow you to send an invite out to any or all of those contacts, up to 500 at a time.
In addition, once you've imported it, if at later in time, one of those contacts decide to join LinkedIn, in your homepage, it'll let you know that they finally joined in. Now you can
Yes.
visit them.
Yeah, there's a little in icon that shows up next to their name and where they are.
Do you
Exactly.
know if that's true for Outlook as well?
Outlook, you can pull from Outlook in a different area.
Okay,
I did that.
okay.
I don't remember if I did a slide on that, but I did pull it in from Outlook. Okay, here's the import your desktop email contact link right here in this area. So it's right below that continue button in the previous slide. Here is a continue button, and then down here is a link for you to import your email contacts from Outlook. File formats must be CSV, TXT, or VCF. So if you use Outlook, then it works. So after you import your contacts, you can select which one of these contacts you want to invite. There's a little checkbox next to each one, and as you check the box, their name appears over on the right. So you're building a list over here, a person at a time. And then when you're finished, you click this button, and that sends out an invite to all the contacts that you've selected here. So this is a real easy way of quickly inviting people. The hard way is an email at a time. But you can do that too. That's the hard way. You could paste email addresses in here separated by a comma, and when you're done, you click the send invite. So it's okay one at a time. If you don't have the email on your Outlook, or you don't have it for whatever reason, pretty much everybody who's doing email has got every email address of interest somewhere on either on like Hotmail or Gmail or in their Outlook. But if you just want to do it this way, you can. Whoop. Other invitations. You can find potential connections within your connections network, which is what we talked about a few minutes ago. I mean, it's sort of, I don't know, I think of it like poaching, but it's not really, because it's networking. So you're going through their network and saying, well, who in these, which one of these network connections could be of value to me for doing whatever it is that I'm doing? And then you can either ask to be introduced by the person who owns that network, or you can just send your own invite. Now again, if they don't know who you are, they could decide to say, I don't know this person, in which case any of your invites to that person in the future will go in the dumper. So you have to think about it. You could join groups and make friends. Does anybody think that's funny? I thought it was funny at midnight when I wrote it. But you can join groups. Joining groups isn't the funny part, it's the make friends that's the funny part. The groups are actually very powerful because they're industry groups, a lot of them. There's all kinds of different ones, alumni groups, industry groups. You could find out what's going on in the industry, your industry or the industry of interest, and in your homepage you'll see information like headlines. So I highly recommend joining select groups that are of interest. I think I have 12, something like that, 12, 13 groups. Some people, it goes like down to the floor. I mean, they got 100, and I'm inundated with the emails. So I can't take any more emails. I think you could turn that off if you don't want the emails, which I'm probably going to start doing. So how you want to network is up to you on LinkedIn. You can connect with anybody that invites you, or you can invite as many people as you want, just arbitrarily, or you can be select and just invite people that you trust, and whatever trust means to you. You can respond to an invite in 5 different ways. Accept it, don't know the sender, you can archive it, you can reply without accepting, or you can, you can flag it.
What does flag do?
Well, that's the next slide.
Oh.
Whoop. What did I do? Where did I go? Flag. It flags it as spam. So I don't know what this really does to you in LinkedIn when you get flagged as a spammer. It says it does decline the invitation, but that doesn't sound so bad. I don't know what the penalty is for being reported as a spammer.
So they can't write to you anymore, you can't connect to them?
I don't know.
You might lose your account, I'm guessing.
I didn't see any warnings about it,
Well,
but,
if they collect too many spam reports on you, you probably lose your account.
okay.
It's probably in the terms of service.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, I think I emailed you, I was afraid that people that I had invited are getting pinged every time, and I don't
They
want
do.
that. I know, I'm like,
Well-
oh, so now I have to like go back and
What do you mean?
withdraw. Meaning like if they don't accept it right away, they will be asked again, and I don't want them to be asked again, it's once is fine.
Did you decline them?
No, I invited them, but
Yeah.
either they don't have a LinkedIn account, which is fine,
Right.
and I didn't want them to keep getting asked, once is enough.
I don't think they did get asked again.
I think they do.
You do.
How often?
See, if you.
I know, that's why that
You
would
get a
just be
repeat
irritating.
email?
If
Well, you get a notice in your email box saying, like if I haven't responded to an invitation, it will say, LinkedIn update or something like that. It'll say, you have X outstanding invitations or something like that. And then it's sort of, wants you to go into your system, your
Right.
network, and respond one way or the other.
Well, maybe to stop that is delete your invitation.
Yeah, withdraw it, but then it's tedious.
Why is it tedious?
There's like 100 outstanding. I got a little overboard at first because
Yeah, I
no,
noticed.
you know what it
She
is?
would've
I
watched
found
us.
out that out of that 100, I
went
would say
crazy
those are the
one
ones that
weekend.
didn't have accounts.
Right.
So it's not like they.
Yeah, delete them.
I know, that's why, but it's not so easy to delete. I have to go into like withdraw. It's like I can't just click and delete, because if you don't have an account, you might not want to go into it and start it with me as the first one.
Right.
So in retrospect, I would have just gone in and people that already have accounts invite. So